What's going on, guys? Squeegee here, coming back with another video. Hope you guys are having a great quarantine, because I'm not. I would be absolutely bored out of my mind right now if I didn't have a couple of friends that we all play Call of Duty like every night. So thanks you guys. I know you guys watch these videos. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be going back to basics. I'm going to be telling another Scout story. Now honestly, I don't know how I haven't thought of this until now, because it is just like the worst train wreck in Scouts that I had ever witnessed. But before we get started here, I just got to say, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while and you're not subscribed, do it. And if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, then do it anyway. All right guys, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into this. All right, so a while back while I was in Scouts, some of the kids from my troop, we went to this Scout merit badge jamboree or something like that. It's basically like a gathering of a whole bunch of different troops, and then they would have classes throughout the day, and it was an all-day thing. And then you would sign up for 4 classes. You would go learn a whole bunch about whatever the merit badge was, you know, because it was a class for a merit badge. And then they give you homework, and then you go fill all that out, and then a month later you all come back and you do a whole nother long thing, and then by the end of it you should have those merit badges done. So it's kind of a neat idea for just getting done a bunch of merit badges. But that's the key word there. It was a neat idea. In reality, it was just terrible. So basically I went to this thing, and it was me and 2 other kids from our Scout troop, you know what I mean? And they weren't any of the fun ones. They were the most annoying kids that could go. They were the kids in the troop that nobody liked. So we're already starting off to a pretty rocky start. But anyway, we get there and we sign in or whatever. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I'm not sure exactly what we did when we got there. But anyway, we all go to our first class. And so my first class is an electronics class. And so I go, and there's a bunch of little tables, and we all sit down around the tables, and the teacher, the guy who's teaching it, has the most boring voice that I have ever heard. The guy talked so monotone that it was just boring. I was having a hard time staying awake. And this thing all started at I don't know, it was 7:30 or 8 or something like that. So we had to, be there around 7 or whatever, and then, have to get up at 6 or whatever. I don't know. It was an early thing. And I am really not a morning person. So it was 2 straight hours of almost falling asleep in that class, which when you're 11, 2 hours is basically an eternity. But anyway, it was pretty boring. Some of the people there did not understand it at all. I was definitely I had a little bit of experience with electronic stuff, but some of the people there just had no idea what was going on. But it went pretty well. It wasn't too big of a deal. So my next class was a geocaching class. I know. Hey, I mean, you can't really blame me too much. I was 11 or 12, But anyway, so I walked into the classroom to that bad decision, and I realized pretty quickly that my teacher was giving off some real creepy vibes. The guy who was teaching that class made me so freaking uncomfortable. I mean, first of all, he was clearly someone who did not like kids. And to be honest, I don't exactly know why, but I just got this weird vibe from him, you know what I'm saying? It was freaking me out a little bit. So, I took the seat furthest away from him that I could find. Now, there was a couple kids already there before I got there, but once I got there, there was 3 more that came in all at once. And they were laughing or joking around or something. They clearly knew each other. And 2 of them are completely forgettable. I don't remember them at all. But this one kid, who was possibly the cringiest kid I've ever seen. He looked like if Arnold from the Magic School Bus just stopped eating for 3 years and then spent a week in direct sunlight just getting absolutely burned. I am not joking. This kid was the skinniest kid I've ever seen. You could see all his bones, and it was just kind of weird, But anyway, we all sit down, and Mr. Creepy starts talking, I don't know, he was just telling us some crap about how geocaching works or whatever. And they brought out this little GPS thing that, tells you where the nearest geocache things are, or whatever like that. And he passes it around the room and has us all I don't know, write down the coordinates of something, or I don't know, just something like that. And when it gets passed to the kid that looks like Crackhead Arnold, he's really having a hard time with it. All right, I gotta think of a better name for him than that. I think his name was Dwayne or Darren or something weird like that. But anyway, once this thing gets passed to him, he picks it up and he's trying to figure it out or whatever. And by the way, he had the weirdest voice I have ever heard. But he picked it up and he's I can't figure this out. I don't understand this thing. And the teacher, who again was terrible with kids, was oh, it's easy. All you gotta do is what I said. And this kid's I'm just having a hard time articulating this. And Mr. Creepy just looked at him. He's what did you just say? And he's I'm just trying to articulate this. I gotta articulate it. It's what are you talking about? I'm just trying to articulate this device. It's just not making sense. And Mr. Creepy's stop. I'm gonna need you to calm down. And when you go home, I want you to go look in the dictionary and look up what articulation means, because you are not using it correctly. And he goes right back to the whole, I just gotta articulate this thing. I swear that went on for another 3 minutes. So basically this kid and Mr. Creepy were just kind of arguing with each other for a while. Now, I don't know if you've ever been around your friend and their mom or their dad or someone when they're all fighting, but it's just the most uncomfortable place to be in. And this was exactly like that, except for instead of being your friend and their parents, it was Crackhead Arnold and Herbert. But yeah, I was just really uncomfortable. My little 11-year-old self did not want to be there. But you know, that stuff started to slow down. Like, all right, stuff is getting normal, you know, it's all gonna be fine, you know. And then Professor Creepy is like, hey, I set up some of our very own geocaches outside, so why don't we go outside and find them? And it was about at that point that I'm like, all right, well, this is how I die. I always thought I was gonna go out chased by a big explosion down a corridor while riding a velociraptor into a volcano while strapped to a bomb, holding an Uzi that's made out of the American flag. You heard me right. But no, it's looking to me like that dream's just never gonna come true. It's looking to me that what's more likely to happen is that Mr. Creepy's friend Rico's gonna swing around the corner in a van and throw us all in. And that's just gonna be the end of me. No velociraptor or anything. Just crackhead Arnold. The last words I hear aren't gonna be me telling the guy who stabbed my sister I don't have to go screw himself. It's just gonna be this kid saying articulation in all the wrong places. Anyway, guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I didn't die that day. I mean, I'm still here. But regardless, I was super creeped out. I did not want to be going and doing that. So I just kind of hung back, you know. I was kind of back like 10 feet while everyone else was up doing their thing. If I remember right, I think Mr. Creepy turned around. He's like, hey, why are you back there? Here, come up here with us. And yeah, I hated that. But anyway, I had no real reason to think that he was like creepy or anything. I just got kind of a weird vibe, you know. So like I said, I just hung back. You know, we did our little geocache thing. It took entirely too long for us to find what we were looking for. But anyway, guys, so the geocaching class like wrapped up, and then we all like went to lunch. Not went out to lunch, went to the gymnasium for lunch, because this was in like a church or something. So I kind of sat kind of next to, you know, the people from my troop. I couldn't really handle sitting next to them for too long, because I mean, I don't know. I tried to like relate to them. I was like, oh, you guys like games? Well, you know, me and my dad have been playing Fallout 4 together, which their response was, oh, I beat it 4 times. So yeah, I kind of just left them alone, you know. I went and ate lunch, and then after that I went to it was a crime prevention class. Now honestly, this class was actually really cool. It was taught by a cop, and like everything was just really neat about it. And the guy was a really cool dude who actually taught my next class, which was space exploration. And the dude who taught it, you know, he actually like cared about it and like had a passion for it, you know. So it wasn't just like some guy who hated being around kids, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't really have anything negative to say about those ones. I mean, when we came back like a month later or whatever, like we all like launched off rockets and stuff. Like it was just cool. But anyway, that kind of wrapped up that day. And so, you know, we all went home, you know, we did our little like homework or whatever. And like I actually did it, you know, and like no one else did. And I found that out later. But I went home, you know, I did the stuff I was supposed to do. I came back and like I had all my, you know, papers filled out type of thing. You know what I mean? Now I remember the electronic teacher guy was saying that I was the only one who actually like filled out everything and finished everything and like, you know, actually earned my merit badge there. So like that was kind of cool. Next class, I went to the geocaching one again. Still creepy, still the same weird crackhead Arnold kid. Went to the crime prevention one. Everything was good, you know, same stuff. Space exploration, we launched off the rockets, like I said. It was really fun. And then after that, like the whole event was over, you know, like everyone's kind of wrapping up, you know, tearing down everything that was set up and all that stuff. And one of the annoying kids in our group like caused a big scene while we were there and we were about to leave. I don't exactly remember what he did. I think he was like swearing a bunch or something like that. And someone got upset because like the whole thing was in a church. And so instead of just saying, oh, okay, you know, I'll be respectful because I'm in an environment that people want me to be respectful in, he decided to say, I don't care. I don't believe in any of it. And then just continue to keep doing the thing that everyone got mad at him for. And I don't really care if you believe in crap or you don't. That doesn't really matter to me. But I mean, at the same time, like when in Rome, you know what I mean? Just don't try to make people mad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a whole bunch of people got mad at him. So, you know, that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. I know it doesn't really have like a huge climactic ending. It was just like a train wreck and it's just fun to talk about, fun to laugh about. You know what I'm saying? And on the bright side, I never saw any of those people again. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap this one up for me. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about these story videos. They're fun for me to like relive, you know, but like I don't know if it really transfers over to people that, you know, weren't there. But anyway, guys, just remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your quarantine. Remember to stay safe and stay healthy. And with that, I'm out.